Hello and welcome to Ysgol Harri Tudur Science Department Physics Demonstrations. So in the previous two videos we looked at what happened when I put paper in front of the detector and when I put aluminium in front of the detector. And we noticed that there was a change in count. We said that the alpha particles were stopped by the paper and that the beta particles were stopped by the aluminium. So what's left? What is still going through? And that's the last one that we need to look at, and that's gamma rays. Okay, now we'll do a quick calibration again, so I'm going to reset and run for a minute so that we've got a baseline. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, go. And I'll leave that run for a minute, and we're hoping that it'll be somewhere near the 55. Now, if you listen to the pulses, they're not happening at a regular interval, are they? Sometimes you get two very quickly after each other. And that demonstrates that we can't ever predict, or we can't say when something is actually going to emit radiation. It's very random. Sometimes a lot may all go, right, I'm going to emit an alpha particle, and sometimes they may do nothing for a bit. And that's why we get this gap, this irregularity in the count rate. So we're over halfway. I think we're going to get to about 55, and I'll count down again to get our base level. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I made that 61 that time, so it's a little bit more, but okay, random nature of radiation. Alright, so if we've looked at aluminium, we've looked at paper, so now we need to think about what stops gamma rays. Now, if I want to stop something penetrating, I'm going to use something quite dense, aren't I? And this is lead. Okay, you may have seen lead if you've ever been fishing. It's the same material that's used as fishing weight. It's very heavy, it's very dense, and that weighs quite a bit. And I'm going to place these in front of the detector now. Alright, so I mean straight away that we can see that there's a big difference. So we're going to do the same experiment again. What I would say now is that the lead in front is probably also going to cut down some of the background radiation that's going into the detector as well, but we'll have a look. You can still hear it clicking. So I'm going to reset the clock. I'm going to start and stop, start both the counter and the clock at the same time as before. So 3, 2, 1, go. And we'll do that for 1 minute now. So if you think about all the particles, the alpha and the beta, that have got to get through that lead, if you imagine now that lead, the nucleus of a lead has a lot of protons and neutrons in it, so it's very dense. Don't forget, of course, that most of an atom is actually space, because the electrons orbit around it very large diameter. The nucleus is very small, but the denser the nucleus, the harder it is for the radiation to penetrate. So the alpha particles will certainly be stopped. The beta particles definitely stopped now. They won't get anywhere near it, near getting through it. But the gamma rays are a bit peculiar. They are able to penetrate pretty much everything. And all you can do is reduce. You can absorb some of it. But there is no shielding that will guarantee that you've stopped all of the gamma radiation. It'll get pretty low. It'll be perfectly safe. It'll be at a safe level, but it won't be zero. Oh, that's a minute. Sorry. So there we are. We've got a count rate of 4 now. So all of the particles that we had before and the rays appear to have been stopped. So the stuff that got through the aluminium was the gamma rays, the stuff that got through the paper was the beta and the gamma rays, and in fact the alpha particles never even made it through the paper. Okay?